Good evening, I'm Mary Jane Trump reporting for Flashpoint TV. Belcalis Marlanes Almanzar, known globally as Cardi B, was born on October 11, 1992, in the Washington Heights neighborhood of Manhattan, New York City. Raised in the South Bronx, she grew up in a multicultural home. Her mother is Trinidadian and her father Dominican. Cardi's Afro-Caribbean roots would later heavily influence her identity, music, and public persona. Cardi was raised in the Highbridge neighborhood, one of New York's most underprivileged areas. Despite poverty and systemic challenges, she maintained a strong and unapologetic personality. She credits her grandmother, who helped raise her, with keeping her grounded. Her childhood was filled with hardship. Cardi often spoke of domestic violence in her household and the need to hustle to survive. She joined the Bloods gang at 16, a decision she would later reflect on with regret, though she maintained it was part of her survival. She attended Renaissance High School for musical theater and technology and showed early talent in performance arts. But financial hardship forced her to prioritize survival over education. She briefly attended Borough of Manhattan Community College before dropping out. At age 19, Cardi B began working as a stripper. She has openly credited stripping with saving her life, allowing her to escape an abusive relationship, support herself financially, and eventually gain independence. "It really saved me from a lot of things," she once said. Using Instagram as a creative outlet, Cardi began posting humorous, raw, and brutally honest videos about life, sex, and street culture. Her unfiltered personality and Bronx accent made her an internet sensation. Her catchphrases like, "Ayo," and "Okur," quickly became iconic. By 2015, she had built a massive social media following and caught the attention of television producers. In 2015, Cardi B joined VH1's Love and Hip Hop, New York. Her larger-than-life personality stole the show. Although initially portrayed as a dramatic reality TV character, Cardi made it clear her goal was music. During her two-season run, she began releasing mixtapes. Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 1, 2016, and Volume 2, 2017, were raw, confident, and deeply reflective of her street persona. These projects caught the attention of critics and established artists alike. Cardi wasn't just a TV personality, she was serious about rap. Her rise wasn't without struggle. She was underestimated, mocked for her past, and constantly had to prove she could rap as well as entertain. Still, she persisted. In June 2017, Cardi B released Bodak Yellow. The track exploded. It became a cultural anthem, especially for women and marginalized communities. By September, it reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making Cardi the first solo female rapper to top the chart in nearly 20 years since Lauryn Hill. Bodak Yellow was gritty, proud, and deeply personal. It cemented Cardi's place in hip-hop and silenced critics who dismissed her as a reality TV fluke. This breakout moment wasn't just about a song. It was the start of a cultural movement. Cardi represented authenticity, hustle, and breaking barriers. Cardi B signed with Atlantic Records and quickly followed up with chart-topping hits like Bartier Cardi, Be Careful, and collaborations with Migos and G-Eazy. In April 2018, she dropped her debut album Invasion of Privacy. The album was a commercial and critical success, debuting at #1 and eventually winning Best Rap Album at the 2019 Grammys. She became the first solo female rapper to win that award. The project also featured I Like It, featuring Bad Bunny and J Balvin, which showcased her Latin roots and became another #1 hit. Cardi's ability to straddle both street credibility and mainstream appeal made her a powerhouse. Her blend of English and Spanish, Bronx grit, and flamboyant humor resonated globally. In addition to music, she became a fashion icon. With her bold looks, collaborations with brands like Fashion Nova, and appearances at Paris Fashion Week, Cardi B began to redefine what it meant to be a hip-hop star. In 2017, Cardi B began dating Offset of Migos. They secretly married later that year. The relationship was tumultuous, marred by cheating rumors, public breakups, reconciliations, and intense scrutiny. In July 2018, Cardi gave birth to their daughter, Culture Kiari Cephas. She embraced motherhood while continuing her career, often performing while pregnant or just months postpartum. Cardi's relationship with Offset was often the subject of public discussion. She defended their ups and downs, stating that love and marriage aren't perfect, especially in the spotlight. She filed for divorce in 2020, only to reconcile shortly after. Cardi has always been open about her private life, choosing to share rather than hide, and it has only endeared her further to fans. After invasion of privacy, Cardi continued releasing singles like Money, Press, and the controversial mega-hit WAP with Megan Thee Stallion in 2020. WAP became a global sensation, praised for its sexual empowerment and criticized by conservatives. Cardi leaned into political discussions, voicing support for Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden. She used her platform to highlight racial injustice, income inequality, and the struggles of the working class. She also launched a partnership with Reebok, became the face of multiple brands, and solidified her status as both a cultural icon and businesswoman. Cardi B's rise has been filled with controversy. She has feuded publicly with fellow artists, most notably Nicki Minaj, culminating in a physical altercation at a New York Fashion Week party in 2018. In 2018, Cardi was involved in an assault case where she allegedly ordered an attack on two bartenders at a strip club. She was charged with assault and later pleaded guilty in 2022, accepting a plea deal. Cardi has also faced backlash for past comments and social media posts, many of which resurfaced to stir public debate. She's been accused of oversharing, but Cardi insists her honesty is her brand. Break here, stop mill. Despite her legal issues and personal challenges, she continues to maintain a loyal fanbase. From the Bronx to the Billboard charts, Cardi B's journey is one of resilience, controversy, and undeniable impact. She turned pain into power, stripping into stardom, and reality TV into rap royalty. Whether celebrated or criticized, Cardi B remains unapologetically herself, a voice for the unheard, a symbol of hustle, and one of the most influential artists of her generation. Mary Jane Trump reporting for Flashpoint TV. Her story is still being written, but one thing is clear: Cardi B is here to stay.